Safety note: computer security. Can your abuser access the computer or mobile device you're using right now? Consider clearing your browser history once you're done, or using a device they can't access. In Vermont, a relief from abuse order, also called an RFA, can protect you and your children from an abuser. An abuser is a person who has hurt you or someone you're afraid of. This video will show you how to get a relief from abuse order from the court. You can find more details in the RFA roadmap on the Legal Services Vermont website at vtlawhelp.org. Step 1. Know your rights. You can ask a judge for an RFA that will order your abuser to do any or all of the following: leave your home, stay away from you and your children, not contact you by phone, online, or through other people, not abuse or harass you, turn over their guns to law enforcement, give you temporary custody of your children or pets, and pay your expenses for a period of time. In order to get an RFA, the person abusing you must be a family member, a current or former sexual partner, someone you date or used to date, or someone who lives with you or used to live with you. If the person is not one of these, see the RFA roadmap about getting an order against stalking or sexual assault. Step 2. Get help. Many Vermonters get an RFA order without a lawyer, but you don't have to do this on your own. You can get help from an advocate with the Vermont Network Against Domestic and Sexual Violence. Find your local office at vtnetwork.org or call their hotlines. You can also contact Legal Services Vermont and Vermont Legal Aid for help. Call us or fill out our form online. Step 3. Complete the court forms. To ask the court for a relief from abuse order, you need to complete 4 forms and give them to your local family court. You can find all forms and instructions for how to complete them on the RFA roadmap at vtlawhelp.org, or you can get them from your local family court. An advocate can also help you complete the forms. If the courts are closed, you can contact your local police or call the Vermont Courts Answering Service. Tell them you need help applying for a relief from abuse order. When you ask the court for an RFA, you are called the plaintiff, and the person who abused you or made you afraid is called the defendant. Step 4. Get a temporary order. Once you give the court your forms, a judge will review them and decide whether to give you a temporary order to protect you until the final hearing takes place. If you qualify, usually the court can give you a temporary order on the same day or night you ask for it. The temporary order goes into effect when law enforcement serves the order to the defendant. Usually, the final hearing happens within 2 weeks. Step 5. Go to the final hearing. At the final hearing, both you and the defendant will have a chance to speak to the court. You can bring a support person with you, such as a friend, family member, or advocate. After hearing from both you and the defendant, and from any witnesses, the court will decide whether you have been abused and are in danger of further abuse from the defendant. The RFA roadmap includes tips to help you get ready for your final hearing. Step 6. After the hearing. At the end of the hearing, if the judge agrees with you, they will give you a relief from abuse order. The court will also give the defendant a copy of the order. An RFA order lasts for a fixed amount of time. If, during that time, the defendant does something that violates the order, contact your local police. While the RFA order is in effect, it applies anywhere in the United States, even if you or the defendant leave Vermont. We've created other videos that can help you with the RFA process. Visit our RFA roadmap for details. If you have more questions, contact Legal Services Vermont